Today we're going to do a Will I Buy It, because I haven't done a Will I Buy It in a really long time, and also because I missed a couple of things. I don't know what happened in December. Maybe it was because the weather was so terrible. I knew that I couldn't shoot anything because it was raining or super cloudy, and I missed a few things. And interestingly enough, when I finally did the Makeup by Mario, nobody watched it. And my videos for foundation usually do really well, and I don't know if it was because everybody had seen reviews and they already decided on it, or what. So I do have some questions for you, my friends. I'm going to scooch up my computer and we're going to go over things that came out very recently or things that are coming out in the foreseeable future quite quickly. So let's start with, what is this? This looks like a penis. I'm just, you guys, I just got up to get my glasses because I thought, yeah, I have to have my glasses for this. Please don't do this to us, you guys. This is horrible. Who's this by? Ismaya Beauty? I'm not even going to try it because I find this so offensive. It is a penis. No. No. Come on. This is, I'm not a prude, you guys. It's just uncalled for, and I am, no. It's trash day. All right. So it looks like Charlotte Tilbury, you know, Charlotte likes to come out with a lot of stuff, and we'll be talking, but she's coming up with some more colors for this hypnotic pop shot, which I didn't get, and I don't think I'll get these. I'm really starting to be a little bit more selective about what I'm getting because I know it's not something I'm going to wear, and sometimes I get a feeling it's not something you're going to wear. Sometimes I will buy things just because I love it and I know that you guys won't, but I'm not going to love that. Moving on, Soft Blush M Cosmetics is coming out with a cream foundation. Well, this is interesting. Their liquids are quite fun. There's only 3 colors, and none of the colors look like something I haven't seen before, and that's a little bit of a pet peeve for me. I am willing to try new blushes, but blush is one area where I feel like it's been done, I've seen that color, I just need something a little bit different. And these colors, while lovely, not that interesting, so I don't think I will personally be buying it. If they want to send it to me, I'd be happy to review it, but I'm watching my coin. So Danessa Myricks has a couple of things coming out. This is the Flush Glow Hyper Radiant Liquid Highlighter. 6 colors, and you know, the lighter colors from the arm swatches, I don't think they'll work for me. And yeah, I think for me, this is not going to be something I'm going to do. And as always, you guys, if I'm passing on something that you want to see, let me know. If enough of you say, yes, I want to, then I'll do it. So I just saw Charlotte Holcroft do this. I think it's only on Charlotte Tilbury's website right now. And it is the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. We've seen her do the wands before, but this is matte. There's only 4 colors, and I'm not interested. I'm just not. I don't know why. I think because, again, I want to see a color that is a little bit unique, a little bit different, and I'm not saying it here. And yeah, no. If you want to see it, let me know. I'm not interested. I don't know if I'm going through something where I'm not interested in that much, but I feel like certainly in December and January not a lot is released. And then when things start to trickle in, it feels like, oh, I gotta get it because I haven't tried anything new in a while. But if they had come out in the middle of a busy season, you know what I mean? It's like when they release movies at certain times of year, it's because they knew it wasn't a tentpole for the summer. The movies that come out in February, they're pretty much dogs. Just saying. So, I mean, movie business has changed now with everything streaming so early, but that was the way it was. Now this is interesting. When I first saw the image, I thought it was Inklot. And of course, got my glasses on and thought, oh, is Bobbi Brown? And it's confusing. It's a 3-in-1 blush palette with sparkling shimmer, finish, and 3 blush colors that provide a natural, sophisticated luster, like pearls, in one palette. So I like the pearls. I like the idea of a luster. 3-in-1 blush palette with a sparkling shimmer finish and 3 blush colors that provide a neutral and sophisticated luster. Well, what is it? Is it sparkling? Or is it pearl? Or is it both? And I look at these pans and I think, well, this is strange. I get it. Take your brush and go through all 3 colors. But if you're going to give me a 3-in-1, you're implying that you're going to give me something that is really versatile. And I don't really know how this would be versatile because the 2 lower strips are super, super, super small. I guess you could pinch your brush and get some from that middle strip that's really thin and then push it through to the bigger one. But I guess you could also pinch your brush on the lower one and then go outside of the pan and then go back in the pan. I'm a little bit confused. There is one color in here that looks like a really nice nude, but I can't tell what color it is. I'm just looking at the image thinking, oh, that's a nice potential neutral. So when you're looking at the picture, see the one that's kind of orangey, warm, bricky? The one right above that might be a really nice kind of neutral shade. There are 5 colors. It's not out yet. Trash day. Okay, maybe. Let me know, because I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of So Hindosh is talking. He was kind of MIA, and then he did a video. I was like, yay, because I'm not on TikTok. I'm just not ever going to be on TikTok. I think it's a time suck. I think it's like a drug where you know what it is? It's like binge eating. I'm just going to have this one piece of licorice. Oh, it's just one piece. I'm just going to have another piece of licorice. It's not a big deal. And before you know it, you ate the whole thing of licorice. You know what I mean? That's what TikTok's like. I'm just going to watch one. No, you're not. You're going to be here for 2 hours watching things really fast, throwing information at you, and it's going to melt your mind. Anyway, so he came out with a video, and I watched it, and I'm just not sure about these. I love Hindosh. I think he's a beautiful makeup artist, and I swear I can tell he's a beautiful soul and a beautiful person, and he has dogs. 100 points for people who have dogs. It elevates for me personally. Maybe the color Canvas, something that you could use on the lid as an eyeshadow on the go. You're in a hurry. I think everything else would require mixing with something else to get it on the eyes and on the cheeks. I just don't know if this is something I would want to have on my cheeks. So again, let me know if it's something that you want to see. So Tom Ford is coming out with a traceless soft matte concealer, and it's 20 shades, and it's coming soon on their website and at other retailers. I've never really gotten into Tom Ford, you guys. I finally get it about their eyeshadows because they're so easy to blend and they look so finished even though you didn't spend 15 minutes on them. I finally got it. For the longest time I'm like, I don't understand it. Now I do. However, the face products, I've tried a couple. I don't really, it doesn't really do anything for me. And not a good shade for me. But do let me know if you want to see me review this and see how it works for older skin and drier skin. I will give it a go. So KVD is coming out with the Good Apple Liquid, or they're calling it a serum foundation. And I imagine that it is also transfer proof, full coverage. People went nuts for this for a hot minute. When the cream came out 1.5 or 2 years ago? It seems like a long time ago. And then you never saw anyone using it again. Maybe once or two you did. Once or twice you did. Let me know, you guys. I'm not inclined for this at all. It's just not something that I'm thinking, oh yeah, I need that. revealed new lip products. There were a lot of lip products recently. Lip liners and the sticks from LYS Beauty. You know what? I think I just ordered one because I needed to, I turned in 2,500 of my points at Sephora for $100 to spend, and I got something and I needed to fill it out, and I thought, well, this is 20 bucks. So I think I actually did get this, and I'll get it in a couple of days, and we'll see what's going on. It is moisture and matte, and what is confusing is moisture matte to me means it's matte, but it doesn't dry your lips out. But when you look at the models, they're shine. Help me, help me. So we'll see. That is a mystery, my friends, that we are going to get to, if that is in fact what I bought. I think it is. Another lip product, this one from Lawless. Forget the Filler family. Say hello to Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Tinted Lip Balm. And initially I thought, yeah, I don't need this. But I looked at this picture. Remember, Michelle Wong always talks about that Chanel lip gloss. And when I did my Trying On Michelle Wong's Favorites, I tried to get that. It was not available on the Chanel site. It wasn't available anywhere. There were some, actually, that I got that I never showed you guys from that lip gloss line. But my guess is it's going to be reformulated because so many were sold out on the Chanel site. And this color, Pink Marshmallow, kind of looks similar, right, to the Chanel that you love so much. So I was thinking maybe. And let me know if you guys are into lips. I know there's an abundance right now, but I was wondering, would that be a good dupe for her beloved Chanel lip gloss? Now, this is something I want to see in person, which I know defeats the purpose of trying to give reviews before you make a decision, but this is Vanessa Myrick's Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. Matte color for cheeks and lips. Now, I went on the Sephora site, and Upsolate is one of those ingredients, but Vanessa Myrick is saying it's for all skin types. It's for dry skin. They actually hired an older model, thank you very much, and put it on her, trying to say it's not just for oily people, but Upsolate is something that absorbs excess oils. So it's a little bit concerning, not gonna lie, but these colors are kind of pretty. And I would like to see this in real life and maybe pick one up. And I might be going to Sephora today. I have some errands to run, and when I usually go to Sephora, it's a small Sephora that is very close to me, and I might go to the Grove, which is just, it's a lot for me to go to a mall, you guys, and see, maybe they have it, because the bigger stores have a better chance of having it in stock. But let me know. Okay, this Natasha Denona, I saw somebody review it. I guess it was released on Look Fantastic, accidentally, and I can't remember. Oh, it was Charlotte Holcroft who got it. She doesn't like pinks. And here's the deal, you guys. I know you don't like pinks. And I know that because you tell me that. And I know that because you don't watch the videos when I do pinks. And, I guess I'm going to have to obey you. But this doesn't make me unhappy. It really doesn't. But I won't. Kosas. This is another thing I wanted to see if they had in store, because absolutely, after the disaster of their foundation, which was a beautiful foundation, just horrible colors, there is no way I'm buying this online. And this is the New Glow IV Vitamin Infused Skin Illuminating Enhancer. I kind of feel like it's probably a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless blah, 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 blah that everybody loves. And I don't think I've ever tried. I think I've tried a sample before. I'm like, whatever. I have a feeling that's what it is. And they have it in a much better skin range. Really dark, like a yummy chocolatey color, and then something a little bit lighter than that. And let's look at the swatches a little better. I would say for darker skin, 3, for solid medium, 2, and when I say solid medium, like deep medium, and then medium maybe 2, and then 3 that could fall in the light medium range. So a lot of colors, but it's really about the undertone for me, because you know, if I want a look like that, I want it to just synchronize with my skin tone perfectly. And yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in that. If they have it at Sephora, maybe I'll just get a sample. It's just super hard to tell. You can put this under your foundation, just like the Charlotte Tilbury. You can mix it in your foundation, just like the Charlotte Tilbury. And you can use it just as a highlighter, just like the Charlotte Tilbury. So that's what I think. Jones Road coming out with bronzer in a powder format. Now Bobbi Brown, my good friend Bobbi, was actually well known for very, very good bronzers. I was never into a bronzer. I've been at the counter where they put it on me. I'm like, no. Why do I want to look like that? I'm hoping that the colors will be really, really good. And I saw her in a commercial, in a spot on YouTube, and God bless them, because that's where you get her talking about the product. I don't think she has a YouTube channel. And I'm not doing TikTok. I think I've made that abundantly clear. I would love to see these in real life, and maybe I'll go to Credo if they have them and just see what's going on, because I am curious. I am a big fan of Jones Road. What I have in powder from her, well, I have the blush, which is put away, and the eyeshadow, which I keep here because it's just such an ideal eyeshadow for one and done, out the door, just you need a little something. I think this is in the color Ash. I trust her with powders, so I'm interested. Let me know if you are, but I think I am going to do that. I just need to find a color. You can see that like nothing is super exciting me. I can't wait to try that. I mean, the bronzer I'm kind of excited about, but I do have bronzers, as do we all, right? RMS has a new lip product because we need more lip products. Look, I was just at Sephora the other day and I bought 3 new lip products, which I haven't talked to you about because there's no way to fit them in. If you're not buying like 3 or 4 or 5 lipsticks, I can't do a video, but I finally got these Hourglass, which came out under the radar. Well, not really under the radar, but let's interrupt for a little review, you guys. I don't like Hourglass lip products. I don't like their glosses. I don't like their stilos. I don't think I have one with me. It's, well, somewhere I do. But the pointy ones, I think their packaging is so elegant, but the product itself I find to be drying. I'm super, super fussy about the weight of lip products and drying and that kind of thing. And then those pencils that they had, the chubby pencils, didn't like those either. So when I saw these, I thought, I think I will pass. But I saw them in store, and I got one, brought it home, and I realized it's an exact dupe of something else I have that I don't wear very often. I thought, well, that's silly. So I went back. So it was Oasis that I got. And then I got Tide and Larch. And Tide is kind of light, but I think just in the middle. Kind of works, right? I think it kind of works. So I'm going to play around with this color as I'm trying to get a little bit more into nudes. And Larch is a dark color that looks a little scary, but I don't think it is. And what really matters is, you know, I mean, the color matters a lot, but these are super, super comfortable. Almost as comfortable, but not quite, as the lip release that Becca did about a year before they closed doors. I loved that one too. So kind of did this color for fall, and I do like these, but as I was saying about lip colors, it's tough unless you buy a lot of them. It's remarkable how for hours I have not heard the trash guys. I'm like, well, they only took the regular trash. They haven't taken the green or the blue, but a couple of weeks ago they didn't pick up the blue until 6 o'clock at night. But yes, I sit down to shoot and here they are. Dior going to Ulta. I'm sure you know that already, and Natasha Denona going to Ulta, which is very, very interesting to me because I've noticed that Natasha Denona used to be on the big wall at my Sephora, and then they went to an end cap. Like, whoa, that's really interesting. And I don't know, something going on over there. But that's fine, whoever you prefer, Ulta or Sephora, good for Ulta. Now Tom Ford is coming out with these 2 quads, and one of them, kind of bright, and not necessarily something that I would say no to, but I always am thinking about you guys. So this one palette, it just feels like two of the colors are very, very similar, and then there's that orange, and it's kind of a coppery vibe, and I'm just not so sure. And then there's one that's a little bit more purpley, which I will put in here. It's not on the Trend Mood site, but I saw it somewhere else. And that's a possibility, my friends. Let me know. Okay, this Chantecaille collection. It's very pretty to look at, you guys. There's a little bit of a science behind this, you know, like a human nature kind of a thing. In the depths of winter, when you see something colorful like this, it gives you hope that the depths of winter will in fact end and you will see the sun again. I totally understand that. And that's what this does. I just look at the packaging and think, I love it. But then I look at the products and I think, first of all, I think I've made it very clear that I find their lip product, the Lip Chic, to be egregiously drying and uncomfortable, so I don't like it. I love the packaging. But let's look at the colors. Let's say you don't mind the formula. The colors are also not all that interesting. I think the biggest fun here is pulling it out of your purse and seeing something pretty as you put it on your lips. But I can't say, wow, I've never seen these colors before. And the blushes, one is a little bit more warm, a little bit peachier, and one is a little bit pink. Of course, they're limited editions, so they're not going to come out with a huge array of colors for a limited edition, but they're also, aside from the beautiful embossing, they're not bringing me anything that makes me think, I haven't seen that before, color-wise. And then the quad, you know, I bought the last two quads, maybe even the last three quads, that I like a lot because they're useful on a daily basis. And you can bring me a little bit of whimsy, that's fine. But it has pink in it. I know how much you guys hate pink. And then it has two browns in it and a yellow. And I just think, not really. If you want me to do it, I will. But more than one person has to say it because I think it's, you know, pretty late to be doing it because that came out a while ago and I've only seen maybe one or two people do reviews. I didn't actually watch them, but I saw their thumbnails while I was strolling around. The Charlotte Tilbury highlighter, I mentioned in a video, but I'm not sure if it's a video I actually edited and posted, but decided not to publish, or I haven't edited yet, or maybe I have. But after I got this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful highlighter, I took it to Sephora to see if there was anything similar to it. And I swatched it against the Rare Beauty, I can't remember the name, I'll put it right here. And while the Charlotte Tilburys weren't out, they were in the back and they brought them out for me to swatch. And I really didn't care for the color selection. There wasn't something that was going to do it for me, one. But I had all these swatched on my hands and I could see that the Charlotte Tilbury formula kind of, you know, your hands, when you look at them, there's these little ridges. The skin, you know, goes up on these little flat mountains and then there's valleys and rivers in between. When I put that on, it magnified it. Not a good thing. And I had this on as well as the Rare Beauty, and they both were prettier on the skin than the Charlotte Tilbury. So I think I'm probably gonna, well, I so far have managed to pass on doing the Charlotte Tilbury, but if you're dying to see me do something, I will. NARS, another limited edition. I just feel like there's no purpose for me to do a limited edition because you either buy it then or you lose it forever. And there's pink in here. I know that's a problem. I happen to think that this palette actually looks like a really, really good daily palette. There's only two pinks, so you could just take those out. Don't even think about them. Pretend they're not there. And you have a nice, pretty daily palette in a pretty pink package. For the blushes, it's tougher for me because I don't like to buy blush palettes. Inevitably, at least half of them I'm not going to like. So you're kind of wasting my money. But the eyeshadow palette, let me know what your thoughts are. Too Faced blushes, again, it's not like I haven't seen these colors before. I mean, there's one color that might be interesting, and I'll take a look when I go to Sephora to see if that is as interesting as I think it is. The Kosas, this reminds me of their bronzer that they did a couple of years ago. It's baked blushes. I will need to see what the colors are, but the color that they're showing is orange, and that's a pass for me. I'm not being as snarky as I feel inside. I think I'm just a little bit tired, you guys. So sorry for that. Okay. The Tom Ford Rose Prick collection is out now. So they seem to be doing cherry and prick at the same time. And I don't know, this is kind of pretty, you guys. The packaging is pink, but it's very, very possible that the shades are not, except it looks like shimmer and satin, and it looks like the only matte is brown. I'd love to hear. It's interesting how there's hardly anything I'm thinking, yes, I need this. Am I going through something? Are you guys going through something and I've caught it from you? Clé de Peau has a new liquid lipstick and a rouge lipstick, and it's interesting. Thankfully, the packaging is different, because I find with their lipsticks I get very, very confused. And they all seem to have the same names, and I know they came out with a new formulation last year, which I skipped because I couldn't tell which was the new formulation or was it new colors, but I think it was a new formulation. But this, I don't know if it's the same formulation as their previous, which I actually have. They do look pretty, and I am kind of into it, so let me know. Pat McGrath. I looked at these eyes, these, what are they calling them? It's the Love Collection, but I think that these liquid eye things are here to stay. And I felt that, and I've said this before, with these kinds of products, people usually do the same colors over and over again. It's not like breaking news, it's not shattering records, it's not new breakthroughs. And I felt the same way here. I think there were two colors that were different, like a chartreuse, and yeah, maybe that was the only one. I thought, well, that's different. But it doesn't look like it's anything particularly subtle to me, like I have to say. These are kind of subtle. You don't really see this particular color in these formulas that much. It has a little shift, a little shine, but it's not glitter. And I did see a color somewhat similar to this in the Pat McGrath selection of this new product. But I don't want to wear glitter on my eyes. Okay, so Vive has blush balms. I don't even know where you get Vive. It might be that you have to order it from them, from just their website. I think it's a YouTuber named Genevieve. She's British, or actually I don't think she's British. Her accent's pretty thick for me, so she could be Scottish. I don't know. They look pretty on arm swatches, but again, do you see that thing? It's like, well, show me something different. There is that second color to the last has potential for being one of those really good neutral colors. And the packaging, there's something actually kind of sweet and a little bit retro about that packaging. Yeah, let me know what you think. You guys? That was a weird one, right? I don't know, I think it might be because the sun went away, or I'm really tired, or what I was speaking about in the beginning, which is I'm just not feeling it. There aren't things coming out where I'm thinking, yeah, and here's the deal, it's how do I put my finger on this? I can't really articulate what I am feeling. It's not like great products are coming out and I'm thinking, no, I don't want that. I feel like what is being offered to us right now isn't all that exciting. A lot of lip stuff. Speaking of lips, I totally missed out on the whole Chanel thing, and I do love a matte lip, And then I feel that if I don't do something immediately when it is released, then I miss that wave and nobody wants to watch because they've already made a decision. And so I didn't do anything. But if you want me to get some of those Chanel matte lips, I will. You know what, I think that's kind of part of the funk, is if I see somebody get something really early, I'm like, okay, well, they're going to get the views on it and I'm not even going to try. I think that's part of it because I feel most of you come here to see my reviews, my nitpicky reviews on new products to help you decide if you should buy them. And that's why I'm here. But, you know, people don't want to wait for 2 weeks to decide. They want to decide right away. So whoever the first, couple of people are who post something, that's how they're going to judge their decision. And if I miss something, I don't hear about something, or I don't get overnight shipping or something like that, which I usually do not, then I kind of miss the boat, and it makes me feel a little bit lost right now. I do. I'm feeling a little bit lost as far as this channel goes. And I'm not one of those people where people tune in no matter what I do. There are some lucky YouTubers who really, they could seriously say, come watch me pick my nose, and people will click watch. But you guys, bless your little heart, you tell me by the views, I'm not interested in this and I'm not interested in that, and that's the way it is. So, yeah, Look, we can't all be in an upbeat, super thrilled mood every single time we sit in front of the camera, right? I mean, I probably should be, but I wanted to shoot this and get it out there and get your opinion. And then, yeah, then when I hear back from you, I'll go to the mall, because I'm really not up for the mall either. For anything. We all have those days, sometimes years. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching this weird video. I appreciate it. And until we meet again, be safe and smart. And I'm wishing you good health.